Hi everyone. Hello.
Hi.
My name is Kirill Makarov. I'm the founder of WebFunnels Club, and today I invited Sevustin, of the founder of Valley Analytics, to discuss marketing analytics for consumer businesses, and particularly for those who are running user acquisition through Web2App funnels. Hi, Seva.
Hi, Kirill. Thanks for having me here.
Yes, thanks for coming here. Um, let's start with some short introductions just to explain our guests who are we are, and I will also want to ask our guests to send something into chat, any message, just to know that everything works correctly. So just send us hi to check that we are not alone here in the studio. And so let's start with some introductions. Again, my name is Kirill Makarov. I am the founder of WebFunnels Club, which is the program and community for those who want to learn how to build high-performing web-to-app funnels to scale mobile app business. And also advising companies and work a lot with paid ads and different web-to-app funnels. And Seva, please introduce yourself and tell us more about Tele Analytics.
So, I've been doing performance marketing basically my whole life for 20 years. I've built a 15 million digital marketing agency first and helped like hundreds of clients to scale their digital marketing user acquisition. And for the last 3 years, I've been building Ellie, which started as a marketing data platform and attribution platform. And now it's evolving into a full AI stack to analyze and optimize all of your digital ads, specifically for consumer software and subscriptions. Um, so that's what I'm going to show today.
Yeah, great. Yeah. So today we will discuss marketing analytics, and we'll let you present your platform and your dashboards. But I would like to start our webinar with a little bit different way, because currently I have a mini side project where I'm running a web to app funnel, and I'm in shoes of solopreneur, or maybe not solopreneur, but we are a very small team and we are bootstrapping. So I'm running through the whole process from the beginning, and we are building some analytics infrastructure from the beginning. We don't have a lot of budget and resource. So we are trying to play with something simple, and then I want to show our progression and evolution, and discuss with you first. I want to ask to challenge it a little bit and to recommend how we could do it a little bit better, and then we will see at L Analytics and proper dashboards how you think they should look like. Um, let me share my Figma, and let's start. Again, as I said, currently I have a mental health app, and we're running user acquisition with Web2App funnel. We just launched it 3 or 4 months ago, and we have different stage of marketing analytics maturity. So the first step when we just launched was very simple. Actually, it was a Google Sheet, something like that, with ad names. Uh, each ad name represents a creative. We have only one marketing source, it's Meta, and every day I exported data from Meta Ads Manager, and I exported events and purchases registrations from our backend, which is Amplitude. We just merged them all together with different like VLOOKUPs and analyzed these reports every day. So it was not optimized at all. It was manual report, but it was enough for the start. It looked something like that. So it was export from Meta, it was export from Amplitude, and then we used some VLOOKUP and built a pivot table to analyze everything in one view. So for each ad name, we can analyze spent, impression, clicks, and so on, and some funnel metrics like quiz started, second quiz screen, paywall shown, and purchases, of course. Um, so yeah, my question here to Seva, how common is it to start with just a Google Sheet, and at what stage the company should think about something else, something
Actually,
complicated?
uh, I do recommend to start with some manual reports based on exports from ad platforms and web or app analytics, because when you're just launching your new product or your new channel, the only goal is to find what's working in terms of CPC, cost per registrations, cost per purchase, and you don't have. It's just enough to use this data that you are showing to get through that first stage of testing a lot of things and see what sticks, what works.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes total sense. When I was running an agency, we always started with reports like this. We could automate them a little bit, but that's a perfect beginning of your analytics. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Once you reach, like, let's say 50K per month in ad spend, or maybe once you start running and scaling multiple channels, that becomes more tricky. And then you should probably move to the next stage and start thinking about attribution models, thinking about how to automate it. Because like at a small scale, it's just spreadsheets. You can stick them together, and that's just fine. But then it becomes tricky to maintain it, and also you need more data and forecasting and things like that. And that's when basically when you are not comfortable uh, scaling your ad spend from tens of thousands per month to hundreds, right? And you know you're going to scale, but you're not sure about the analytics quality, the LTV, the
Mm-hmm.
forecasted ROAS. Then, then it becomes natural to think, okay, how can I get better analytics? How can I add forecasting? How can I automate it? How can I improve attribution models? And that's where you need to move to the next stage. But at the beginning, this is completely fine, and this is my recommendation what to start with.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. So actually, I think we lived with such dashboard around almost 1 month, few weeks. Probably we automated it a little bit. We automated these exports, everyday exports from Meta and Amplitude with some simple scripts. And it was like a semi-automated report. But the next stage, I also want to show you what using some no-code tools as we used Amplitude. Amplitude already has a feature of marketing analytics. So you need to connect ad accounts in one click and just map user properties in Amplitude to your marketing properties like UTM term, which we used for ad name. And you should also set up what you consider a conversion, like a purchase or trial or something else. Again, you should map the correct event to the conversion, and then it works from scratch. Uh, it looks like that. So you can analyze the whole funnel in amplitude and filter or group down by UTM terms, so by campaign names or by creatives. So you can look at this funnel at each creative level, for example, or you can build the dashboard with cost of acquisition and ROAS. Again, if you send all this data to amplitude, uh, it worked for a few weeks, but it was not enough for us, and it was not flexible. So, for example, when it calculates cost of acquisition, we sent multiple purchases per each user, and we wanted to calculate it based on only on first transaction, and it was impossible to do in amplitude, so it was very limited. Though it's very simple to set up, but very limited if you want to analyze something else. So there are limited list of different dashboards and a lot of limitations on how to set it up. So that's why we quickly moved to the next stage. And I think this next stage is our current stage. Uh, Before we will discuss AI analytics, which we are now also considering to use. But so what we've done here, we did not use some no-code tools, but we used like vibe coding. Actually, we used a Metabase as a dashboard interface. We also use some no-code tools for extracting data from Meta. We used Airbyte to extract data from Meta on some like daily or even hourly basis. We also used Airbyte to extract data from Amplitude and put it into BigQuery. So everything goes to BigQuery now from Meta and from Amplitude, and then we write some SQL code to build all these dashboards. So and they live in Metabase. So using like ChatGPT, Metabase, and Terabyte, you can do it without proper developer. So we built it ourselves, some marketing guys and product guys. Uh, Here we can analyze everything on a creative level. There is a marketing spend and impressions, clicks, everything from Meta. We also have purchases and some funnel events from Amplitude. You can filter it. You can change digitalization level from day to weeks or months. There is a report for creatives. There is report for campaign names, and there is some like daily dynamics where you can analyze metric in dynamics. So it's our current report. So what's your like take on it? What do you think? How would you challenge these reports? Is it enough for our current stage or not?
Well, first of all, it's beautiful, and congrats on vibe coding the full report set. So, like, that's cool. Not many people do that yet.
Yes, thank you.
And so it's definitely much better than the previous stage, and it's automated, and it definitely solves some of the challenges. But let me ask you a few questions.
Yeah.
First, how so it's still purchase events from Amplitude, right? Or it's from the backend?
No, it's from Amplitude, yeah. So it's not from like Stripe or PayPal, it's from Amplitude.
So my
But
first question would be like, how is it accurate compared to real paying customers and transactions?
yeah, it's more or less accurate in our case, but still there is some discrepancy, especially when we launch something new. We, we should remember about that because sometimes we launch some like new products and it's not being sent to Amplitude, for example. So yeah, it's still like enough, and we can manually control it.
Okay,
But
got it.
each time it requires some additional efforts to support it.
The next question is, how do you deal with refunds and cancellations?
It's different dashboard. which is not like related to that dashboard. So we have like separate dashboards in Metabase, which is built purely on data from Stripe and PayPal, but we can't analyze it on like creative level or campaign level. So it like separate dashboard without any marketing data at all.
But how would you deal with the situation where you launch a new um, extremely attractive offer and start marketing it, but then you get a lot of cancellations from that specific offer? Like, what's the flow to deal with that?
Yeah, currently we use Amplitude for that analysis as we bias everything and ETM parameters to Amplitude as well. So we have all the data in Amplitude. And yeah, there is no marketing spade data, but we can analyze like some suspiciously high refund rate, for example, for some campaigns or creatives. So yeah, we use Amplitude. The problem when we want uh, to match this data to like marketing data, especially to marketing spend, because sometimes like I don't know, high refund rate is not so bad if it's very like cheap acquisition, so you can balance. And in this case, we do a lot of ad hoc reports to compare
Got
data
it.
in one system and in another system.
Okay, let's move further down the funnel. So you don't have trials here. You have immediate purchases, right?
Actually, this what we call purchase here is trials. So we have
Oh,
trials. We don't have purchases in this report.
okay, I see. But how do you understand like the real revenue um, from these customers, from these trials, from these creatives?
Yeah, it's a good question because actually we understood it based again on different reports. So we have one like different report based on amplitude data where we analyze trial to purchase rate in dynamics. But without again, we can analyze it in marketing utilization, but usually we analyze it like an overall. And just recently we had a problem with it because I will show you what happened because this report does not include trial to purchase and proper purchases. And we found few creatives which were very like attractive in terms of cost per trial. And for 3 months, our trial to purchase was very stable. So we considered that it will be the same. And now we have 7 day trial. So we did not wait for 7 days when we found these creatives. Cost per trial was cheap, so we started to scale. And let me show how it looked like. Finally, uh, we understood that the trial to purchase rate is different between creatives. So here are three top creatives: creative 1, creative 2, and creative 3. And it differs from 25% to 37%, which is like big difference. And what happened actually, it's our marketing daily spend by days, trial to purchase subscription rate, cost per trial, and cost per subscriber. And what happened on last few weeks? So we found these good creators with cheap cost per trial, and we scaled them from 4,000 of marketing spend per week to almost 15K. But at some stage, we detected that trial to purchase rate is lower than we had previously. And finally, all this marketing budget was spent not efficiently because our target cost per subscriber currently is around like 60, 65. And we scaled everything to with like negative ROAS. Finally, again, because we did not analyze trial to purchase rate in utilization by creatives. So uh, your question was like very relevant to our case.
I'm just like going through stages of the funnel. and thinking, okay, what is the real performance in terms of trials? You have that. What is the real performance in terms of paying subscribers? And this is the case we discovered and you discovered. And the next question there, like, how do can you analyze it in terms of lifetime revenue and lifetime revenue forecasts?
Yeah, it's difficult. So currently, actually, after that problem, now I added trial to purchase rate and real subscriptions to the dashboard. So now we can analyze the difference between creatives based on cost per subscriber, not cost per trial, but LTV. We can't analyze it properly in detailization by campaigns and creatives. We have like again a separate spreadsheet where we have very generic calculation for LTV based on some average cohort, which like doesn't differentiate different traffic sources or different creatives. We just have some assumption based on average users from different creatives, and we consider that it will be same for all creatives. But of course, it's not true. But currently, I can't add this LTV calculation to the dashboard. It's very complicated.
Yeah, actually, like that's a very natural thing. You start scaling, like before you start scaling, it's like not a problem that you don't have a full funnel analytics yet, because you have to figure out how do I even get cheap trials first before thinking about conversions. And
Yeah,
but then you want to optimize for subscribers, and then you want to actually optimize for subscribers with higher LTV who stay with you for a longer time. But you can only think about this once you get enough subscribers. So like you move step by step in your um, like path to find true product market fit and positive unit economics. And at the same time, you're improving your analytics step by step
yeah,
to help you in the journey.
yeah. Agree here. But yeah, to improve the analytics at this stage, so you either require a developer and analyst, or some like no code solutions or some external solutions, because currently I understand the problem but I can't implement it myself with vibe code, so it's too complicated. Okay, so let's go to early analytics and let's look how you recommend to build dashboards, and let's look if they solve all these my current issues with analytics. So,
Yep.
do you want to present yourself, or I can just go to this Figma?
I think I want to show it live because it's
Yeah. So just present, share your screen, and I will
mhm.
send it to stage. Yeah.
So, like, we've basically been doing the same thing as you for a very, very long time, and we decided to automate it, and we launched Ellie as a data platform, so we can pull data from all of the ad platforms, from web and app analytics, from Google Analytics, AppsFlyer, Branch, Adjust. Now we're adding Amplitude there as well. Call tracking is not relevant for web funnels.
Yeah.
Um, and we can actually pull data from Stripe, from backend, or directly from your backend. So it's the real source of truth of your customers, of your revenue, events, cancellations, everything. And we build customer profiles so we can see what was the customer journey of each individual customer. We calculate attribution models based on that. When you only run sales funnel, that's easy. It's just UTM tags matching together. But when you have multiple channels and longer and multiple touches, that becomes important. And
Yeah.
we've built a forecast engine. So you don't have to wait for uh, 7 or 14 days for trials to convert, and you don't have to wait for months to calculate to see real lifetime value of your customers that you recently acquired. And we once we have this data, we build dashboards. I will show them in a second. We do conversion streaming back to ad platforms. So instead of web events, we can stream anything you want. And we use AI. It's not on the slide yet, but I will show it in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, very
this is
interesting.
how our report look like. This is the first page. It's just overview with key metrics, and you can choose which metrics do you actually want to track on this overview dashboard. In this case, it's ad spend, traffic, new paying customers, overall number of transactions, revenue from new customers, and total revenue. And we can differentiate between gross revenue and net revenue, especially when you have I don't know, in-app commissions, like
Yeah, in Web2App
20%,
funnels, you have
30%.
a lot. You have processing fees, you have chargebacks, you have
Hmm.
refunds, a lot of different commissions which you should include into
Yeah.
the
And
structure.
typically, like depending on what are your goals and priorities, we can show something like zero-day revenue, customer acquisition costs, uh, overall number of refunds, that's just to check that everything's like in line with expectations, key conversion rates. And this is like a health check and overview. But the real magic comes from the main report.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's basically a pivot table on steroids. Let me show you what I mean. So
Yeah.
first of all, we have all of our channels here. Um, Meta, Google, Bing, TikTok, Reddit, Twitter, uh, Snapchat, influencers, affiliates, um, whatever data sources or traffic sources you have will be able to pull data and add it to here. And then we have actual full funnel, similar to what you showed, but with like much more, uh, with all the metrics that you could imagine here. So we can show ad spend, impressions, clicks, sessions on the website that are different from clicks, from ad clicks, and sometimes you want to see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Key events from your web funnel or onboarding screens, um, like for example, to a final screen with the offer. Uh, can add like new trials and or new paying subscribers here and 0-day revenue. For those new paying subscribers, we can show um, lifetime transactions, lifetime revenue, refunds and cancellations, short time lifetime revenue, like 30-day revenue.
Mm-hmm.
And in the end, the most important metric is LTV prediction. So, like, if last week we spent 40K on Facebook and Meta and Instagram campaigns,
Mm-hmm.
and we expect, and LTV prediction shows that we are going to have 127K in revenue from that cohort. That gives us a real ROAS and real confidence that we definitely can scale this channel, and we won't run into problems like you told us some time ago that okay, if you scale based on cost per trial, that's not the same as paying customers and not the same as lifetime value.
Yeah. Yeah. In my case, I would see first I would see the proper cost per purchase per subscriber, and I would also see like LTV predict. But
Mhm.
how would you know that this trial is not a like usual trial, which should convert with 40% rate to purchase, but it's like bad trial, which will give me lower
Let's
LTV than
mhm.
expected.
Let's get back to that question like in a few minutes. Before that, I
Mhm.
just want to give a better overview of what's going on here.
Yeah.
Uh, so first, have all channels. Second, have full funnel up to lifetime revenue and lifetime revenue predictions. Third, we have multiple attribution models. Uh, for web funnels, they are not that necessary. Simple attribution is enough. But for other cases, it is important. Then we can drill down to a very granular level. So channel groups, inside them we have channels, inside those we have actual campaigns, inside those we have actual ad sets, and in the end we have creatives. And like I said, it's a pivot table on steroids, so we can actually add more levels of grouping here.
Mm-hmm.
And inside those, we have days or weeks or months, because like when you run campaigns, it's not enough to look at the average numbers. It's much better to look at how metrics change over time, because even like in this case, the average numbers for these creatives are still good. The ROAS prediction is 600%. It's much higher than
Yeah.
our average. But when you look inside, you see that this creative actually started to burn out like a few weeks ago,
Yeah.
and at some point it got below 100% in predicted ROAS. So you like it would be a right decision to stop this creative like 2 weeks ago,
Yeah. Yeah.
and save some money on creative running
Yeah,
in
it looks
addition to
nice. It
already.
looks nice, but how is it customizable, this report? I mean, is it same for like each customer, or you can customize all these metrics for
So
different?
the layout is exactly the same
Mm-hmm.
for all of our customers, and it's actually getting better over time because we roll out like improvements and updates to all of our customers.
Mm-hmm.
But your data sources, your funnel, your web and app events, your stages. Like sometimes we work with, for example, healthcare clients, and they in the middle of the funnel they have a call with a doctor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we can pull that data and add stages like appointment, a call, prescription, an actual checkout, an actual new paying subscriber. We can add multiple types of revenue, right? Gross revenue, net revenue, GMV. Um, so the layout is the same, but channels, grouping, funnel, and metrics, everything is
Mm-hmm.
custom for your specific case.
Yeah,
Another
great.
thing here, can group it by days, weeks, or months first.
Yeah,
So
nice. It was
typically,
my second question. Yeah, can I reorder these
mhm.
dimensions?
Yeah, we can start with weeks and see what's going on inside with channels, or we can group them in any way, and it's like split between channels analysis and dates analysis. It's right here, just one button.
Yeah, because usually I start with data analysis, and like
Mhm.
every day I analyze the daily dynamics, and then I drill down to some campaigns or creatives to analyze them.
Okay, here is your daily analysis across the full funnel.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and it's actually important to distinguish and switch between growth reports and cohort reports. Like in growth reports, we know that we had 557 transactions on that specific day. But in cohort report, uh, we actually had just 6 transactions because there were just 6 new paying customers from that day. But over time, this number will grow because we'll have more and more transactions from the same cohort of users.
Yeah.
Um, and like with this growth reports and cohort reports logic is built into the system, and you can switch just with one click. Also, like normally you don't
Yeah.
need that many columns. So we have a simple view where you can choose like 5, 6, 7 key metrics. In this case, to make decisions about creatives, like the final decision, it's typically enough just to look at the ad spend, check the traffic, check new paying customers, and check that the refunds are like not an issue, and check lifetime value or revenue prediction. So everything just is in one screen. So it's easy to track key metrics here. And if you have specific questions, okay, why is the conversion rate between traffic and paying customers is lower than I expected? Then you switch to long version or infinite version. We have
What
even
is
more
the difference
metrics here.
between infinite version and long version? So long version is like fixed, but many different columns, and infinite is not.
Infinity have even more metrics, like different conversions from different stages, more like whatever you can imagine, we can add it here. And
Great.
filters and everything, we can group it by filter it by campaign types, by landing pages. Maybe you have multiple landings and quizzes and
Yeah,
web funnels.
currently, for example, we have different funnels, and we are now again we are rebuilding our Metabase dashboard because we want to filter by different funnels, and it's so complicated again because we almost rebuilt it from scratch because it was not.
And obviously, you want to see them separately in your reports. You want to see how
Yeah.
maybe even the similar ads perform when you send that traffic to different funnels. Same with backend data. Like, okay, we targeted specific geographics or device type or promote a specific product, but what did that customer actually bought? What was the actual country they selected on the sign up? That might be different, and those like are separate things to analyze. And we have all of that under this filter section, so you can slice and dice your pivot table. And let me get back to simple version. Slice and dice it by any parameter you want to find those insights and opportunities to optimize and to scale.
Yeah, looks nice. And how often do you update this report?
By default, it's updated every night, but we can update it more often when it's necessary.
Yeah, nice. Just a few questions from our participants. So the first one, I think you will explain it later regarding the predicted LTV. And yeah, so let's talk about predicted LTV prediction.
How do you do LTV predictions?
So currently, it's based on cohorts. Actually, we use some regression model. First, we need to to get more users into cohort, and initially we have some assumptions how they will convert into the next billing cycle and the next billing cycle, and then we have like the curve how users will retain, and then we get some actual data and we adjust this curve based on actual results. When we have enough data, we segment these cohorts by some different user segments, like, I don't know, for example, different cohort curve for users with Apple Pay payment method, and the different one for PayPal payment method, because there's different payment behavior. There are different notifications, and it's much easier to cancel subscription in PayPal, for example, so we split them. But we, built these curves based on some very simple regression. And while we are getting more data, it's getting more complex and complex because we have more data to analyze and to make it more accurate.
Got it. Okay, we do kind of similar thing, but let me explain, like show it and explain it. So first we build cohort reports, where like the first view just shows you, okay, we had 182K in revenue that week. And these are the cohorts from which we got that revenue. Some from just a little bit from the newest cohort. Most of those customers are in trial probably. Some from previous week cohort and 128 from older cohorts, like basically our stable user base. This view helps you just understand like the revenue structure, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
But then we can switch to cohort comparison or cohort aging mode, where we see exactly the same cohorts like in the previous report, but with we can actually compare them to one another.
Yeah. Just usually the report which we build to analyze, to build our LTV curve.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, these are the LTV curves here.
Mm-hmm.
But I still prefer to look at the actual numbers and see how our cohorts grow or stabilize over time. And then we can look at okay, these are our cohorts. Over time, we get like from 1,700 in the first week to 5,500 over the 9 weeks period or 6 months period. But let's split those cohorts by different attributes. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
first by channel. And we already see a different picture where Facebook as a channel has a lower rate than average, and Google has probably higher rate than average. And okay, looks like the channel actually influences a lot the LTV prediction rate.
Yeah.
Let's analyze it by um, let's say campaign type. Okay, not here. Um, I don't see grouping for some. Anyway, so we just split this report by different features, by
Mm-hmm.
campaign types, by regions, by platform, by payment system, by um, uh, maybe user activity in the first few days. Uh, um, whatever features or signals we can take into account from the first days of the customer lifecycle, the better. And then we just look, okay, like in this specific project, actually region, payment system, and first day activity has the most impact on actual lifetime value of the average customer. And we choose those three features as the most important ones and just calculate, okay, what is the predicted LTV for a combination of those three features.
Mm-hmm.
So there are no, it's kind of like a regression model, but we're doing that actually looking at the data and choosing which features are the most important.
Yeah.
And it might seem like, where's the machine learning? Where's the AI here? Like, what's going on? But in our experience, that gives you like a 90 plus accuracy while fully understanding what's going on, how it's calculated, and how to interpret the data.
Yeah, in
And
my
then,
experience, it also works much better than some black box calculation, because with black box calculation, sometimes you see some problems with LTV, but you can't understand what to do with it because you don't
mhm,
understand how it calculates. So you're trying to to build it in different segments to analyze, but it's very difficult to debug and to reverse
mhm,
engineer and then to control and to change something in your marketing strategy.
mhm. And how to debug it? If we just like open, if we have a 6 month LTV prediction, we open reports from 6 months ago and compare what was our prediction and what was the actual lifetime revenue. In this case, 6 months haven't passed yet, so they are different. And we're also adding like special reports specifically to track accuracy of LTV predictions. So it's much easier to do so, and also to be much easier to capture discrepancies earlier without waiting for 6 months.
Yeah, great. I think it's most valuable feature, to be honest, because it's very difficult to usually to develop it in-house. It requires a lot of development resource and analytical resource
And
to support
to
it.
be clear, I'm not advocating against machine learning or services, but it's just you start with just average LTV prediction just as a formula here. We improve it to the like model I just described, and once you get a scale of hundreds of thousands of active paying subscribers, you should probably use something like Tommy AI or other services that can get you from like 90% prediction accuracy to 95, 96. But it just should be done at the right scale.
Yeah, I agree. And
We have not much time. Let's jump to AI.
I want to ask one question regarding the dashboard from the comments.
Mhm.
Because the question is, what is the key difference between internally built BI system and AI analytics? As I understood this question, what is because it looks like a Power BI or some Looker dashboard. So where is the AI here? Is it just a BI dashboard or
So
something different?
Ellie, as a data platform, uh, like we have over 100 connectors to all of the data sources. We import it, clean it, merge it together. We calculate to build customer profiles, merging data from uh, web analytics, app analytics, CRM, payment system, and everything. Build those customer profiles. Can I actually show you an example real quick? Customer profiles. So you can actually select any of your customers and see everything we know about them from all of your systems here. So this one came directly and then clicked on some Instagram ads. Oh, wow. This person clicked on a lot of
Yeah.
after becoming a paying customer. I would recommend turning off retargeting to your existing customer base unless you know where you're doing that. But anyway, so this forecast and calculation attribution models, and we use Power BI just as a visualization tool, because it's actually impossible to do all of that in any BI tool. You still need to have your own database, your data processing, your attribution models, and everything like that. And this is Ellie. And actually, like fun fact, we moved to a system where we control how dashboards look like for each of our customers from our backend and our database. So we actually like changed the Power BI code to show the right metrics, the right channels, right grouping, right filters, and everything. So we're not doing even changing Power BI manually. It becomes like an embedded part of our platform as a visualization layer. And it has some cool features. Like the reason why we chose it is, for example, like in this case, we have like a few dozens of creatives here, and that's easy to visualize. But in real accounts, spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, you'll have thousands of creatives. Multiply that by multiple days, and like this whole data model blows up or becomes extremely slow because you have to reload everything from the server with each click. And here, Power BI actually caches hundreds of megabytes of data. So, like the first click takes time, but then you see how fast it works. Because everything is cached into the in the browser with all the connections, with all the filters. So when we're talking about larger accounts and larger reports, using Power BI as a visualization tool provides like a lot of opportunities, and it's still part of our platform controlled by our code.
Yeah, nice. So actually, Power BI is just a front end to the backend system. Yeah, as I understand, there is another front end which is AI pilot. So let's talk about this AI pilot as well, because I've seen it a little bit and it looks very impressive and interesting.
Okay.
I want to show it to participants as well.
So our vision is to automate full cycle of ad management for consumer software and services businesses, like exactly the right category you're talking about.
Yeah.
And the first use case we decided to automate is creative scaling and downscaling, rules. But okay, I just stopped talking. I'll just talk to my AI now.
Yeah.
Hey Ellie, can you, like, first of all, who are you? What can you do? What kind of metrics do you have access to? And build me a simple report with seven key metrics from the last week. So it's like a speech-to-text transcription. It's not perfect, but the LLMs get it, even with like minor typos or mistakes or strange questions in the middle of the sentence. It's fine. So it's Ellie, senior performance marketer and data analyst assistant. It combines data from all of those platforms I mentioned. It can show metrics from ads, traffic, conversions, revenue, financials, LTV, things like that. And it knows like which kind of data it has access to. And then it can build ad hoc, like any kind of reports you ask it to. For example, in this case, it's leads, revenue, traffic, cost per lead, ROAS, and a nice view with icons. Actually, tell me what changed compared to last week. Is there anything significant I should know about? So once we get a simple report, we can ask more questions about the dynamics and explore what's going on here with the data, with the performance. And it's still a case of like talk to your data use case.
Yeah.
But before doing any more complex, you start with just getting comfortable and understanding like what do you have access to. Uh,
And it uses the same database which you use for Power BI dashboard. So it works
exactly,
with the same data.
it has access to the same data warehouse, and actually we can connect it to data warehouses and full funnel analytics of our clients. So, for example, if some kind of company already have a data platform and their own reports in Power BI, Looker Studio, Metabase, Tableau, or somewhere else, and they don't want to transition to yet another data platform, we can actually connect to their data and use that for our AI and our marketing automation. Okay, looks like LLM made a mistake, and that happens with LLM. You like from time to time. That's
With
normal.
human,
But
with human also. So
yeah, but it's just a case where, okay, even if it runs into some kind of a problem, it figures out a way how to fix it. So in this case, it's already changed the SQL query and built got this data, like comparison of different metrics week by week, and this is our summary. Okay, things are not looking good. Traffic spent is down, leads are down, revenue is down. Let's see what's actually going on inside. Hey, can you show me the top performing and worst performing ad sets in terms of revenue and ROAS specifically, and recommend what to do about it?
I
I
like
start with
how it found some good in the previous situation. So everything is declining, but it starts with the good.
Yeah, it's just like downscaling, but at least both. I mean, lower revenue with lower ad spend is still slightly better than lower revenue with the same ad spend. I show you like simple use cases, but the most powerful part is that it understands delayed conversions, it understands cohorts, it understands LTV and LTV predictions, and it actually understands your business model, unit economic structure of your campaigns and everything. It takes some time to for us to adapt, like with our data platform, it just works almost out of the box. With customers' data platform, it takes a little bit of time for us to tune it, to fine tune it for specific data sources and tables. But after that, it can run these queries and answer questions. And okay, it got the data it needed, and it's decided to ask answers for some more data. Oh, these were the best ones with highest ROAS. Probably it's now asking for the lowest ROAS. And this is our report. And looking at this report, you probably would want to scale these top performing ad sets and creatives, and probably stop this one. So $400 in ad spend with 0 leads. Pause immediately.
There is different. What is the difference between pause immediately and pause?
It's just like feeling frustration and urgency to do something about it. Like this ad set is still running. 11% of the total budget of that week is wasted on ad set that generated nothing.
Yeah. And
Okay.
actually, can I ask and pause these ad sets right from the interface?
Yes, but you need to create a rule out of this first. You see, you don't want to fully trust LLM interpretations because they're slightly different each time. So our approach is to use AI to create a rule that you can check and make sure that it's working exactly the way you want it. Let's do that right now. Create a rule that will scale ad sets with ROAS over 1.5 and downscale with ROAS below 1 and stop completely with ROAS below 0.5, but do that only for ad sets that have spent at least $60 and use the timeline, the time frame of 1 week for this analysis and rule. So based on our discussions, it already knows the context. It already knows like what's working and what's not. It already knows the metrics. And now in the end, I ask it to, like, once I know what to do and LLM knows what to do, I can ask it to create a rule out of this. It takes like a minute to do that. But let me show you like an example of a similar rule that was created in exactly the same way. So it suggests to stop this ad set and we can click on this button, and this ad set will be stopped. Increase limits or budgets or bids for this ad set, and we can check why. So the reason is ROAS 1.5, ad spend over. ROAS is actually 6.5, so it's about 1.5, and it's already spent $300 with with 1,600 in revenue, and if we scale it by 20%, the expected ad spend decrease is 57, expected revenue increase is 371. And we can actually scale it not by 20%, but by 2 times probably. And this is the ground truth data directly from the data warehouse with all the key metrics. So it's not an LLM interpretation, it's actual accurate data, just to check and confirm that this is what we want to do with this ad set. And if we like it, we can click this button. And if we find something strange, like, hey, we shouldn't stop brand campaigns, they are not for us, they are for something else, we can just ask AI to, exclude all ad sets from campaigns with the campaign type brand campaign, or apply this rule only to stable campaigns, and treat, and we'll have separate rules for experimental campaigns, and so on. Like, you're just working with it like with a junior marketing analyst or junior marketing engineer who would build things for you on the fly, whatever you ask. And once you're satisfied with the progress and the expected rule assessment, potential improvements in ad spend, like lower ad spend, higher revenue, that's a pretty good thing. We can put it in auto mode, and it will run automatically. But you'll get pending approval actions, so we can review them and approve one by one. And once you're happy, once you get bored and you see that everything works like you wanted it to work, you can actually put it into full autopilot mode.
Looks nice, because usually you need a little bit time to fine-tune all these rules. Sometimes it looks strange, and you need to test it on real data first before.
And the good thing, it works on your data warehouse with your full funnel analytics and attribution, or on ours if you want to. And it's deterministic. Like, actually behind the scene, there's a SQL code that implements this rule. So yes, you control it with AI, but once it's done, it works exactly the way you created it. So there's no fluctuations that, like, the LLM upgraded the model and now it has a different mood and decided to scale things you don't want to scale.
And
that's just the beginning. Yes, because like our end vision is to extract insights from all of the data and build up knowledge base, analyze competitors and funnels and offers, analyze trends, help you generate hypotheses about the best possible creatives and targetings and settings, and eventually run those tests autonomously and close the full cycle of testing and optimizing and scaling and building up knowledge base and launching new creatives to find the best performing one.
Sounds like a best future for marketers. Because currently, sometimes some processes in user acquisition require so much time, which is like very routine operations, especially uploading creatives, for example, to Meta, or again all these rules. it makes it very much more easier
Mm-hmm.
than real life. Okay, thank you very much for this stream. I want to show few like announcements, and for those who are interested, for example, in AI analytics, let me show. You have first we have your LinkedIn profile, and you're posting a lot of different things, not only regarding AI analytics, but a lot of things regarding vibe coding and using Cursor or other LLM for different processes, not only UA. So sign up for LinkedIn of Seva. And yeah, we have a promo code for using ad analytics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are
And
interested, you can
yeah.
use this WebFunnel promo code. So just what is the right workflow to send a direct message to you in LinkedIn or go to website?
Whatever, you can go to website, you can send a message on LinkedIn, email, Twitter, anywhere. It's just for anyone. You can use this promo code. You can just say like, hey, I saw your webinar with Kirill Makarov. So for all of Kirill's friends, we have a discount for the first 3 months of subscription. And yeah, Kirill's friends are my friends.
Yeah, great. Thanks. And so what else we have for participants? There is also a promo code for my WebFunnels Club. Again, it's a program and community for those who are building Web2App onboardings, and we teach how to do it. So apply this promo code. Again, just direct me in LinkedIn or Telegram. Tell me that you've seen my webinar, and we'll apply the promo code to your price. So yeah, thanks for coming and attending this webinar. Thank you, Seva, for presenting, especially
Thank you for having me here. I
presenting
really
your
love. Yeah.
AI tool. Yeah, thank you, and have a nice day.
Have a great day. Bye bye.
Bye.